Right, let's take you to Ivory Coast now, where President Cyril Ramaphosa and a high-level ministerial and business delegation are today kicking off a state visit there. Ramaphosa is in the Ivorian capital, Abidjan, on President Allassane Ouattara's invitation. It all forms part of his four-nation West African tour to strengthen diplomatic and economic ties. For more on the visit, Newzroom Afrika senior reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli joins us now, live from Abidjan. Tumaole, a very good morning to you again. Of course, the expectations are high as to what these conversations will be about, as we know that the President has been speaking to various leaders across the continent.
Indeed, a very good morning. And what the expectations are all about is the outcomes of this tour. Now, just yesterday, President Ramaphosa was in Nigeria, where he met with President Buhari. And President Buhari and President Ramaphosa basically said that that trip was all about rebuilding and reinforcing the diplomatic ties between both nations, as well as the business ties between both nations. And, of course, President Ramaphosa and President Buhari announcing various interventions and various business as well as social links that have been re-established, saying that, of course, both nations will be exchanging both business as well as a cultural exchange, and looking to basically capitalize on multi-billion rand intertrade. President Ramaphosa saying that it feels that South Africa has got a big footprint within West Africa, particularly Nigeria, and wanting to expand on that, but also wanting Nigeria to invest back in South Africa so that it's a two-way thing. So here in Abidjan, we can expect President Ramaphosa, as well as his high-level delegation, which includes ministers in the presidency, as well as ministers in cabinet, who are accompanying President Ramaphosa to try and foster more of those business relations. He got, of course, a red carpet treatment when he arrived here in Abidjan, welcomed by President Allassane Ouattara, and both presidents are today going to explore economic ties along with the cabinet ministers that are there, as well as fostering social ties. Now, this is part of President Ramaphosa's tour in West Africa, as you mentioned, which seeks, of course, to open up what is being touted as a trillion-dollar industry or trillion-dollar corridor between Ghana, between Senegal, between Ivory Coast, and between Nigeria, whereby intra-Africa trade will then open up that particular economic boost for North-South intertrade, as well as bilaterals, which include cultural exchange. And this is basically to break this sort of a colonial hold that has been the norm, whereby, of course, West African nations have been trading with European nations to the benefit of the European nations and not to the benefit of Africa. Of course, the issue of the Omicron strain has also come up, and President Ramaphosa and President Buhari both coming out very strongly, saying that that is seen as something that is meant to try and destabilize the formation of that continental trade between West Africa and Southern Africa. And this Omicron strain, while both presidents are saying that they are concerned and saying that they are urging the public to wear their masks and maintain normal, coronavirus norms, including washing of hands and hygiene and greeting with elbows. They are saying that the population here in West Africa has been largely inoculated, over 95%. So this is quite a high inoculation, and they're saying that life should carry on beyond this. And this Omicron strain, the timing of it seems to be something of an attempt to derail this very important tour, which is not going to happen, according to President Ramaphosa.
Absolutely. Now, Tumaole, in terms of the overall plan to deepen and strengthen relations, President Cyril Ramaphosa has also come with a number of members from his cabinet. Who are some of those ministers that are there, and what role will they play?
Indeed, some of the ministers that we have seen would be Minister Fikile Mbalula, who would be, of course, the Minister of Transport, and this would be to talk with his counterparts here in the transport sector to try and foster and help develop the trade between the nations to ensure that there's a free flow of goods and the taxation of goods on the transport side of things are smoothed out. We also have a minister which include Minister Zizi Kodwa, who was the Deputy Minister of Intelligence, coming there. And in terms of the intelligence side of things, it is basically to make sure that both nations try to foster an understanding and try to put to bed previous misunderstandings or diplomatic spats, particularly between Nigeria and South Africa. We know that there was an international issue whereby there was a misunderstanding where there was diplomatic breakdown and diplomatic straining of relations over MTN's operations and the taxations thereof in Nigeria, something that both presidents and the diplomatic side of things in terms of the ministerial level have tried to iron out and smooth over so that there's a deeper understanding. So these are some of the ministers that are here. Minister of Minerals and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, is here. And of course, the West Africa region is known for its richness in minerals that will include natural gases as well as, of course, as natural metals, including gold and other precious metals. And this is in lieu of course, the trade corridor to try and see how beneficiation of these minerals can benefit Africa, whereby then, of course, when they are sold off and then processed in European nations, the African nations do not get the raw end of the deal. Minister of Trade and Industry, of course, Ibrahim Patel is also here as well to try and see how they can foster nation-to-nation inter-trade. This will include exchanges, particularly among young people. Africa has got, of course, the biggest youth population in the world. Over 50% of Africa's population includes young people. This would be people between the ages of 16 and 32. So with such a young population, the levels of unemployment are disproportionately high, and some of the conversations would include, of course, how to then use this vibrant and energetic resource, which is the youth, to try and improve that particular situation and lower the levels of poverty.
All right, very well. We leave it there for now. Tumaole Mohlaoli, our senior Newzroom Afrika reporter in Ivory Coast, in Abidjan, following the president as he embarks on measures to strengthen economic ties with that country. Of course, part of his four-nation tour to West African countries.